The 2026 City of Early State of the City Address is made possible by these sponsors and is presented by Texas Bank. Proven, local, strong.
My name is Tim Espinoza. I've worked with Texas Bank for 18 years. I'm currently the Brown County Market President. The ability to work and serve in this community in the Bangs and Brownwood area is a blessing. We're so fortunate to help these businesses grow and to expand. When they need the bank, we're there for them. That's just part of community banking.
What makes community banking so special is a one-on-one interaction that we get to have with customers. So we like to say, and it's an old saying of ours, is we want all the products and technology of big banks, but we want the servicing of small banks.
And what it means to serve in the community is just coming to work every day. Coming to work every day, going to events for kids, events that the city puts on. We're encouraged to, and really around here we don't have to be encouraged because we live here. We live and work with everybody in the community.
To me, serving in the community means just showing up where needed. Doesn't have to have recognition or be grand in any kind of way. It's just about serving with intentionality in our community.
Texas Bank has a great scholarship program. We've been fortunate with James and Dorothy Doss. It's a scholarship program we've had since 2011, and I think they've given over $2 million bank-wide in scholarships. That's the investment back into the community. Those are real dollars affecting kids and helping kids, further their education and help them in trade or technical or any other university or college that they of their choice. We always try to find something to give back, and I think that's the scholarships are one way, the Texas Bank Touchdowns another way. Just our role in support of the grand opening for the boardwalk. We're super excited about that and what it's going to mean to our entire community. Early and Brownwood are both going to benefit from something that's going to be significant there. It's something special. It's something neat. And I think there's going to be a lot of great businesses, have a lot of success right there. It's just, getting started. So we'll see how that goes, but it's going to be exciting. So
really is such an awesome quality of life project. And not only that, is that when the retail stores are open and the homes are built there, the projects they have going on in the future just from today on, it'll only help them return on investment as well as giving place for people, families to go picnic, to go fish, to go walk. It's already used so much and it's such a benefit to the community because that retail stores along early, though that land's gone, and people are already thriving and making a living there. And we needed more room for that, so it gives us a chance to expand and draw people to the center of the community.
Texas Bank's role in the growth and success of this community is just continue to be a partner. As the community evolves and grows, we have to be here to service all the needs. Mortgage, commercial, personal checking. We're here, we've grown so much through these last couple of years, just as Brown County continues to grow. And I think we have to do it together for us both to succeed.
What the Chamber's done in this past year, 32 new businesses, 12 total events were hosted, 16 ribbon cuttings. We have a very active, thriving Chamber of Commerce here in Early. Now, we can't do all this without cooperation and help of some dedicated individuals, and that's my city council. We call this the mug shot. We have a very dedicated group. They do it because they want to, and they want to see Early grow and prosper. So every once in a while we'll buy them a t-shirt or something, and that make them feel happy and feed them a meal before the city council meeting. But it is a great group. We've been blessed with, the city has been blessed with people that are dedicated to help us. Let's talk dollars for a couple of minutes. Budget revenue. For our 25-26 fiscal year, the city of Early budgeted $16 million plus. You can hardly read the number, it's kind of gold out there, but it's $16 million. These funds are, of course, allocated across the departments and essential services to ensure the city continues to grow and prosper and has our needs met. And in addition, we have the utility revenue, which runs about $2.9 million this year. Steady growth in the community, including new business and homes, increases water, sewer, and sanitation revenues to $2.9 million last year. We're holding our own and growing steadily. And then property taxes. Of the collected property taxes, we had $2 million, and that covers 80% of the operating costs of the fire department and the police department. We make up the difference with city tax, sales tax, to be able to maintain our fire and city police. Property taxes are a major resource of our income. And then we come to sales tax. And again, you can't read the number very well. It's $3 million plus in sales tax. And I've understood my city secretary, we have already collected 100% of the budgeted amount of sales tax as of this date for this year. So we are obviously thriving and business is growing here in early Brown County. With the city sales tax, we support police, fire, street, park maintenance, and city administration. And as you can make out on the bar graph, municipal development district gets about 25%, and the city gets 75% of the sales tax. Hotel tax. Hotel tax income makes a major impact. It allows us to sponsor events which bring other people into the community for restaurants, hotels, etc. We continue to attract new events every year. And this last year, they collected almost $330,000 in motel tax, occupancy tax, to help fund some of the events that we have. As far as the fire department, your fire department is growing more and more. We got the Ladder 8 truck this past summer, a 103-foot long ladder fire truck. You might have seen it out on some of the accidents. We had it out yesterday on the blocking of the street for an accident at the C.C. Woodson, Garmin and Early Boulevard accident about 2 o'clock. But it's also there to cover high, tall buildings and to be able to reach over and get on the roof of those, even though there may not be anything but one story. There's also a tradition in the fire departments. When they get a new vehicle or truck, and this goes all the way back to the days of the horses and hand pumps, they call it the pull-in or push-in event. And this was filmed last summer when we took delivery of the ladder truck. Everybody washes it and then they push it in. And I'll let it go for a second or two and let you all see all the manpower pushing this small truck in. I think there's actually one of our little children at the back of it pushing it in. Well, we're very fortunate to do that, to get that truck, and we've also purchased another truck that just now ordered it to replace one that's only 18 years old. So I think it was about time we replaced that truck. Okay. Police department. Can't handle everything without the police. The main accomplishment this year is we've created a new dispatch system in our city hall. You still dial 911, but during the week we have our dispatcher in the city hall. This helps take traffic off the sheriff's frequency. On the weekends and at nights, the frequency is shared by the sheriff's department and the early police department. The rest of the time, our two ladies are our dispatchers. New dispatch system. This is where we start talking really money. Streets and sidewalks. Over the past 2 years, we've constructed 4 brand new streets. The amount of new street construction is, in 1 year's time, has never been accomplished by the city of Early before. We actually have been very active in putting streets in this year, and it is a testimony to our growth. These 3 streets were the ones we've just completed. Autumn Drive, which was reconstructed, and I want to call your attention to the figure there. $950,000 for the street, 1,500-foot street, $22 per square foot. One of the most expensive things the cities face is paving, and it's extremely costly. And so the longer the street, the more the cost is. And so just a 1,500-foot street being reconstructed is $22 a square foot for $940,000. We also have redone Logan's Way, which is a new street paid for by a private developer, as well as the street in town center. The city council just decided to name that street in my honor, so that's not my idea to have the street my name. But it is the one out there, the building on the east side of the boardwalk. And now that it's complete, we can start having construction of the retail and hotel out there in the boardwalk. Under construction in 2026 is a new street called Gunner Trail and Abraham Lane, which is in a development that the private developer's putting in. And then we're getting ready to redo the entire 1,700-foot McDonald Drive. That'll be the project this summer. And in the planning phase, we're ready to put another street in town center, named in memory of Helen Tatum, who was a long-term service member of the council. She passed away last summer. And this red is where the Tatum Drive will be, and it's in preparation for the development of that area. And then we're also going to redo Misty Lane. Hopefully that'll be finished in 27, 28. And we're doing the engineering on it right now. Also, you may have noticed sidewalks have gone in quite a few places. We've been awarded $5.3 million in sidewalk grants from Texas Transportation Commission. And these are designed to help improve mobility and safety and accessibility. And we have, over a period of 3 years, 4 years, done quite a bit. In 2016, we got our first grant, and it was paid 5,600 feet of sidewalk, 3,700 feet of bike lanes, and the total project cost was $570,000. Our local cost was $117,000. In 2021, we got another sidewalk grant for 6,000 feet of sidewalks, $1.34 million, and our local cost was $0. And 5 locations throughout town were connected in 2021, and we've got a third sidewalk grant, 2026, for another 5,600 feet, 108 new streetlights, $5.28 million, and again, our local cost is $0. And those 5 locations are listed. Again, I know I can't read them from here, so you probably can't see the locations as well. All of this information is on our homepage, so if you're interested in where the sidewalks are, you can go on the homepage. As far as tourism, our tourism this past year has been pretty impressive. $20.6 million in direct spending by travelers in the early Brown County area. 80 events have been sponsored. 36 hours of national television. Major League Fishing. If you didn't catch that, 2 weeks ago they had another tournament here. It will be broadcast again in the next summer. So it's always mentioning early. And it's part of the advertising for this Major League Fishing. This is a national televised tournament, so we're getting national attention. I also had 1,800 plus hours of profiles reached on social media, and $328,000 in hotel tax revenue, which we've already mentioned. Annual events, just to review. In March, we had the Buy Texas Market. April, State of the City. April also the Smart City Expo. May is Courts and Controllers, which is an activity on the park where the old football field was. In June, we have a kids fishing tournament. In October, we had National Night Out. Also in October, we have Movie in the Park. November, Buy Texas Month marketing. And December, of course, we have lighting of the Christmas tree and the Holly Jolly Tree Trail. We plan on doing those again this year. The little scrolling is to show you that if you go on our site, you can find the event center and find out when it's available to rent and when other activities are. And then I hope you can understand this next one. She talks real soft, but I'll explain more of what's going on after we've watched the video.
Maraweka, Nananietza, Tiffany Wright, Nanamananietza, Eraroevita. Nase namarekwapa tasura, Baku namarekwakani natera ait. Comanches originated from the eastern band of the Shoshone. From the Rocky Mountain and Wind River area, they moved south through Colorado and into the southern plains of New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. Comanches were first documented by the Spanish in present-day Texas, previously known as Provincia de los Tejas, or Tejas, in the 1700s. However, many oral stories estimate that the Comanche had separated from the eastern band of the Shoshone over a long period of time spanning from the 1500s through the 1700s. Comanches, great in number, consisting of many bands, have 5 major bands: Benatekara, the honey eaters; Yapaitekara, the root eaters; Kutsuteka, buffalo eaters; Noyakana, wanderers; and the Quahara, the antelope band. A big misconception is that the Comanche Empire consisted of only one chief for all Comanches. However, each band had its own Paraibo, or chief. 2 well-known chiefs of the Benatekara band were Kutsuna Kwahip, or buffalo hump, and Pianabuni, big looking glass. The Benatekara band, being one of the largest bands of Comanche, were skillful and nomadic horsemen occupying south-central Texas. This Comanche band thrived on buffalo hunting for food, clothing, and shelter, also called Otapin, or wasp, for their quickness in battle. They would get in, sting you, and get out. Following game, like Namakutsu, or buffalo, and fresh water, the Pecan Bayou is recorded as a favorite spot for early Comanches to camp. In those days, the territory occupied by the Comanches was known as Comancheria, Comancheria, Comancheria. Present-day territories for the Comanche, Kiowa, and Apache tribes are located in southwest Oklahoma, with the Comanche Nation headquarters located in Lawton. The Numana, or the Comanche Nation, is thriving and growing still yet. Celebrating their rich, illustrious culture, the Numana have several major annual events where the people gather to honor and celebrate language, culture, and traditions.
Okay, so if this was my class, we'd be saying, okay, what's the deal there? What's so important about that? Well, we have the good fortune, and as a historical position, Comanche Trail is going to have a marker in the form of a teepee placed in Town Center Park. And that opening event is next Friday and Saturday in Town Center Park. The official opening ceremony is at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. By 4 o'clock, they're going to have traditional dance performances featuring Comanche dancers, craft workshops, and then at 6, they're going to have evening meal. And from 7:30 to 9, they're going to have storytelling sessions and things of this nature. And then on Saturday, they're going to have more vendors. And on Saturday morning, especially traditional dance performances. It is very important to mark the Comanche Trail and the fact that they actually camped on the Pecan Bayou in the area of Town Center Park. And so we're going to have the dedication of this teepee, which is already there, set up to do next Friday. Very historical significance. Most importantly, it's on the Comanche Trail, so it now becomes a part of a tour. So we'll have people coming to Brown County just because of this. Speaking of volunteers, and that's what a lot of this is, we have started a new program called You Are Early, or I Am a Early Volunteer, and we're going to use the volunteers to help us with certain programs, services, make a meaningful difference. And if you are interested, you can contact Sydney Turner at City Hall, and she'll have more details. But we just started this program, and this is really the kickoff announcement about the program here at State of the City. Well, turn to real estate, and we'll let Brent talk about it.
I'm Brent Mosley. I'm the owner broker of Mosley Real Estate here in Early, Texas. I've been in the real estate business going on for 19 years now, and out of that 19 years, I've been the broker and owner for 16 years under Mosley Real Estate here in Early, Texas. The residential real estate market over the last 5-6 years has been really wild. COVID hit, came in, the market just exploded. And today, we're seeing us back to another change. I don't think we could call it going back into a seller's market. We're more into a stable market, which is a very, very healthy market for the real estate industry. We're starting to see a little more houses come on the market and be available for the buyers, and the buyers to have more opportunities to choose from. Early, Texas is a great place to come and live. It starts, with the city leaders and everything. They just advocate so hard for the city. You see what's going on around town, the growth and the parks and the shopping, the places to eat. And it's also when people are looking to relocate, those things are important, but also what's important is the law enforcement. We have a strong law enforcement here, the fire department. And that's really important to people that are relocating and doing their research on a community. So as a whole, the city of Early, from the top all the way down to the city public works, the parks maintenance guys, they're doing the extra work to keep things nice, pretty, and neat and clean.
Hi, my name is Brandon Harris. I'm with Mesa Commercial Real Estate here in Early, Texas, and I specialize in commercial properties of every type here in Brown County. That includes retail shopping centers, vacant restaurant buildings, office buildings, industrial, commercial land, and also income-producing property. The commercial market here in Brown County, and Early in particular, is steady and growing. We've seen a lot of interest coming in from outside the market, primarily with restaurants, QSRs, soft goods, looking for junior anchor space and even larger. So that kind of demonstrates the strength of the market. Just our proximity to some of the larger cities while being off the interstate, for example. It's basically a regional hub for some of the smaller communities to the south and the west, and that helps with our retail growth in particular. Brown County and Brownwood Early in general is a great community for people to locate new businesses. I think you've got really two sides of that coin. You've got locals, individual owners that want to start something and raise a family in a smaller community, a small town. I think we've benefited generally from the post-COVID move out of the big cities with a certain demographic, people looking for a better quality of life. Then you also have the nationals that I've mentioned, basically looking at the demand. We've got a strong industrial base here, a stable workforce, very pro-development, city leadership in Early. I think that bodes well for future development, and we've got plenty of opportunities. There's the obvious excitement around Early Town Center, which I'm involved with in recruiting retail and restaurants over there. But there are also some prominent development sites along Early Boulevard and even space in Heartland Mall. So I think we've got a great future ahead.
He mentioned some opportunities, and these are a few of them, just to show you we have some. Parkway Drive, Early Boulevard, a couple of different sites there. Parkway Drive again, Early Boulevard, Town Center sites, all aerial views of some of the locations we do have available. Most of you are aware of these already, but we thought we'd refresh your memory of what we have available. And talking about that, we'll talk about Early Bloom subdivision, residential housing development. It's on the 200 block of Longhorn with a sidewalk to McDonald Park. 3 phases that they are planning on building, 240 houses, starting price $275K, and quite a new development all the way across. Another one we have is Pioneer Crossing. Now you may have heard of the one on Longhorn, but you may not have heard of this one because this has just begun to be developed. It's a 55-plus age group housing development, single story, clubhouse, a mix of 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, and it's approximately 64 units, and it's between Old Comanche Road and West Street. Now, you know where Old Comanche Road is, but West Street you probably don't blow by every day because it's only 1 block long, but off of Early Boulevard. But we're going to build into this triangle here, Pioneer Crossing, and to give you some examples of some of their architectural drawings of what it'll look like. Pioneer Crossing. So we're beginning to attract some housing for 55 plus and older people as well. All right. Now let's go to early town center updates. And some of this is a rehash because a lot of this happened, but we've completed the boardwalk. Hopefully all of you were there. I'm sure if I'd have counted, I've probably seen you. We only had 5,000 people there on Saturday for the fireworks and the drone show. And that's the best guesstimate we're going to get because we didn't take head count any closer than that. But you know, politicians and preachers, they tend to add up or round up. I always, you know, if the preacher had 100 people there that Sunday, he's got 150 or 200. Well, this is an accurate figure from the standpoint of what the drone video from above fed into the AI, and it came up with 5,000. So we're sticking by that one. We also have constructed that next street and the parking lot, opened the public bathroom. There'll be more to come. So those that are complaining about the north end of the walk doesn't have a restroom at the end, but we will have one of those eventually. Butterfly Garden is under development and almost complete. Additional sidewalks, 3 fishing piers, installation of a shade structure and video wall. If you were there or have been there, you've probably used the shade structure and the video wall. And the one that's really interesting because you don't really realize it until after you say it, we planted over 100 trees and 8,000 plants in the park. So what's next? Well, we're going to have some development pretty soon. This one developer is chomping at the bits, and we've got it to the point, okay, maybe you can start construction in May of this year, and they're going to we've talked about them before. They're going to build a strip of buildings, and one of those that they're going to have in there, it doesn't show on this architectural plan drawing because they didn't know what the tenant was going to be, but that's going to be Twisted Oak Bar and Grill. And if you were at the fireworks drone show, you actually saw their advertisement sitting there by the boardwalk. And then we're going to have Town Place by Marriott. Marriott is hoping to start construction this summer. Again, we have several developers and construction projects that are definitely been waiting for the street and the utilities to be finished to get started. So I think we're going to see quite a bit of dirt moving before the summer's over. Marriott is anticipating completion next year, 74 rooms, and they will include, they're at the north end. So here's the street, where as far as it goes, and then they're going to build the hotel and parking lot, and the hotel will back up against the lake and the boardwalk. Like all the businesses on that side.
Hi, I'm Robert Wade, and this is my brother Matt Wade, and we are 2 members of a 3-man team that we've put together. I've got a business partner that's spent years in development and has also come to visit the Brown County, early Brownwood area quite often. Longtime friend and a very successful developer. We've teamed up with him, his name is Joe, and over the last 2 years when I have watched this take shape, I've been excited about everything that's happened out here. I've seen the quality, I've seen the work that's gone into it, and in some way I've always thought I've got to figure out how to become a part of it. I've had a business in this community for over 30 years. My kids were all graduates of early high school, went K through 12th grade. My wife taught there. It's a community that we've been blessed to be a part of, and we've been blessed to be supported by in the business that we've had. And as I've aged out, and kind of stopped doing as much with the gymnastics business, I've looked for other opportunities to keep working within the community. This project, when we found out that housing, especially townhouses, were going to be a part of the vision for Town Center, I figured I've got to come up with a way to get involved with that. So when I asked my business partner Joe if he'd be interested, and we got my brother on board, we decided we could make a team that would put together a product that we felt like we would be proud of, but more importantly that Early, it would fit into the vision of the town center and fit into the vision of what Early wants in this development.
I've been building multifamily all over the U.S., Western United States primarily, but all over, multifamily similar to this, townhomes, apartments, for rent places, for sale places. And to be able to come back to the community that I grew up in, graduated here, and build something that actually meant something to me and part of the community, that was kind of the driving factor. I want to come back, I want to be a part of that town center and build something that I've been building for other people, other places, but actually build something that's here in the community that I grew up in.
We've been fortunate to be able to get a spot right basically in the dead center of the property, over in the area that they want housing and apartment type development. And we were able to secure a space that we feel like is going to put this project right in the heart of the entire thing. It's a townhouse that you can walk out your front door, enjoy all the amenities that the city has put in here at the park, from the walking trails to the fishing lake, and then it also enjoy and support all the businesses that are going in along the boardwalk, from restaurants to shops. And we feel like the overall vision of having the blend of business, community amenities like the park, and housing for people is the perfect mix. Our goal is to fit the market with what people want here, but maybe something they haven't seen here. We're looking at doing the 3-story, 2-car garage below, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. We've got rooftop decks on all the townhomes so that you can get up on top and enjoy the view of the entire town center, be able to overlook the boardwalk from our location. We're teaming up with Mark Campbell and Caldwell Banker. He's going to be our selling agent, and they're putting together packages, and they're working with us on what does this area want, what is the need, both in size and design, and then we're trying to match that need. One of the benefits to this is that we're local. We're right here. I've been local for the last, like I said, 30 plus years. So we feel like we know the community and the type of buyers that we're trying to market to, and our goal is to match that. We're not trying to bring in big city prices, big city ideas, but we're trying to bring the best ideas and the best pricing that we can with the best product to this town center. Matt and I are here local, and we'll be hands-on and on-site, but Joe plays a real important role in his expertise and development skills and what he's done in the past in other markets. So we're fortunate that he's wanted to be a part of this as well, but he sees the vision. He sees what Early's doing, he sees what Town Center is, and he said, this is exactly where I want to bring my investment.
Okay, so again, this development is called Parkside at the Boardwalk, and Tatum Street will be the main street through the area. So now you understand where we're building the street and why it's being built where it is. And they're anticipating, like everybody else, we've had people, Tony and I have had to put people off for about 2 years, or we're not quite ready for you to start building. Everybody's getting ready to build. So the fall of 26 we hope to see them building too as soon as we get the street in, and that's high priority at this point in time. Another business that is coming into the boardwalk area is this one.
Hi, I'm Van Stewart. This is my husband.
Hayden Maddox.
We are building a new business here on the Early Boardwalk.
So the name for this project is going to be Buffaloes on the Boardwalk. We kind of had that name a little bit in reference to Vanessa's dad, Bill Stewart, which was a very involved community member here. And in all the past years that I've been involved with Bill, had our hands on raising some buffalo, and so we've always just kind of liked that concept of having that part of, the background of the culture, the nature around. And so we're just kind of going to carry that on a little bit, and that's how we come up with the name of that.
We have a concept of a container, very casual, laid-back atmosphere, container-type foods and great cocktails. And I guess we like to travel, so we saw this concept several years ago, and we were like, we really like this. We want to bring it to this area, and we kind of toyed with where we could put it. And then when we saw the Early Boardwalk, we were like, that is the location. It fits us perfectly from the lake going to the boardwalk straight into our outdoor seating area. It is just going to be a perfect fit.
So on top of the food side of the venue, there will be a full stage area for outdoor entertainment, music, and also an overflow cocktail facility up on the top. When you are visiting the upstairs part of this facility, you'll be able to overlook the whole town of Early.
The main concept, I think, of Buffalo's is going to be just casual, laid back, come have a good time. It is mainly going to be outdoor seating. We do have an upstairs area for seating. We hope to have some music on the weekends upstairs. We really want good cocktails. There used to be a couple of places in the area that are now closed that would make handmade cocktails, and we want to go back to that, and also just have a very contemporary menu. We also want to have some grab-and-go meals and a vending machine for those moms who are out here in the morning pushing their little ones and just want to grab something quick and go home, or for those kids after school that just want to unwind and they can come and grab something. Or for the guys who are going to play golf and want to come have a great place to hang out afterwards. We just want to be a family-friendly place right here on the boardwalk. One of the reasons we are happy to be here in Early is because I graduated from Early. All three of my kids graduated from Early. My mom served on the school board for 20 years and to city council for 20 years. And then my dad, who I consider one of the best entrepreneurs, and his brothers on the processing plant on Early Boulevard. We are in the catalog center, and I can see right here from where this business is going to be located that I spent a lot of hours as a little kid. And then also he built his first of many hotels right here in Early, Texas. So our roots are here, and we just want to put them in deeper for our kids and grandkids.
A grand opening is scheduled to be the first part of 2027, so we just want everybody to watch the progress go here on the boardwalk and welcome every single facility that is going to be going up and built here for the town businesses.
Very true. It is going to be so great to see all these businesses here. And we hope that you keep a lookout for Buffalo's on the boardwalk, because we'll be coming your way soon.
So Buffalo's on the boardwalk. Again, anticipated construction begins in the summer of 2026. It is an unusual concept. It's using storage containers like you see going down the road. And there's undoubtedly quite a bit of those types of buildings being built across the country using those containers. Another new business planning on coming in, only they're going into a building that's been empty for several years, is Grump's Burgers. And they're going in the old Hef's building. And if you've driven by there in the last couple of days, you've seen a lot of construction people starting to do some stuff on remodeling that building.
We are Eric and Mackenzie Martinez, and we are bringing Grump's Burgers to Early, Texas on Early Boulevard next to Discount Tire and Aaron's. Grump's is a family-friendly burger restaurant. We have all different types of burgers, sandwiches, salads. We carry Dublin sodas, beer, ice cream, and milkshakes. The atmosphere is just a relaxed, family-friendly environment where you can come up to the counter, place your order, get your order quickly. We also have homemade queso, homemade ranch, and signature jalapeno ketchup.
Early, this is home, simple. This is where I grew up. I'm actually from Comanche. Moved to DFW after I graduated from Tarleton and met Mackenzie. And our plan was always to come back home closer to family. About 4 years ago, we had the opportunity to do that. So came here, we've loved it ever since, and we're trying to establish roots for ourselves here and just build a legacy for us, for our kids, and just continue to grow here. Yeah, we love it here. So that's the biggest reason. It's home, simple.
Working with the city of Early and the town and the community has been amazing. That was honestly one of my biggest concerns. I was so nervous to work with so many different people in the city, and everyone has been so wonderful. Everyone is willing to drop everything that they are doing to meet with me, to take my phone call, to get a paper signed, just everything that needs to be done. We are so excited that we decided on Early, especially after working with everyone and how accessible everyone has been, and excited. So we plan to open mid-June. When we first open, you will come in, order, take a seat, and eat. We likely will not do phone orders or to-go orders just for the first couple of weeks while everyone gets their feet under them. And our hours, when we first open, will be modified. We will post those on social media. That way everyone knows the hours that we plan to be open. But once everything is ready to roll and we are a well-oiled machine, our normal hours will be Monday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. We're so excited to bring this restaurant to town, and we can't wait to see everyone and meet everyone and just have a place for community and fellowship.
Come see us.
Well, switching from food to the playground. Playground is anticipated to begin construction in June of 2026. The artist's conception is not quite exactly what it would end up being, but it's close. I know you can all read every single detail on that. The playground is going to be on a little peninsula at the north end of the lake, close to the butterfly garden. And we wanted to especially thank our sponsors for helping us build the playground. But first, let them talk for themselves.
My name is Juan Ozuna. I am a Senior Vice President for MC Bank here at the Early branch. MC Bank has proudly served the Early community since the opening of this location here in Early Boulevard since 1995. We were actually started off in this little bitty building back in 1995 while we built the branch. So this building was then moved off, but we were here first. And originally we were known as Mills County State Bank, and our institution was actually headquartered in Goldthwaite, and it was established in 1888. At MC Bank, we believe that when we invest in our community, we all grow stronger together. Serving the community goes beyond traditional banking for us. While we actively support larger community initiatives and projects, our commitment is also deeply personal. Our employees consistently give of their time, their energy, their skills, and resources to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our local families. We just don't operate in the community, we are part of it, and we are dedicated in helping it thrive.
I'm Krista Beatty, and I'm the Chief Administrative Officer at Hendrick Medical Center in Brownwood. Hendrick Medical Center Brownwood has been serving this community since 1969. In 2020, Hendrick Health purchased Brownwood Regional, and it has allowed us to strengthen our presence in this region, allowing folks to receive care close to home. We have created over 290 new positions in the last 5.5 years. This is almost 700 employees that are taking care of our community, which allows us to be able to provide care close to home and give access to those that are in our surrounding counties. We have been able to recruit over 20 providers, both physicians and mid-level providers, to this area, both in primary care and specialties. This has allowed us to expand our emergency department and take care of over 23,000 patients just last year. Something that we are very proud of is our Walker Cancer Center. We have been able to treat 2,500 of patients just in the last year in that center as well.
The city has been intentional about creating an environment where businesses and families can truly thrive. And that commitment is visible throughout the community, from strong economic development efforts to meaningful community events, and especially the investment in the Early Town Center. You can see the pride and vision behind their work.
The playground project stood out because it is not just about equipment and structure, it's about quality of life. Healthcare doesn't fall just within the four walls of the hospital, and so this allowed us to be able to participate and it be about not just about kids, but their parents and the grandparents. And this is what we stand for. We want to be a part of that.
What really stood out about this opportunity was the lasting impact this park would have on families in our community. It wasn't about building a playground. It was about creating a safe, welcoming space where children can grow, parents can connect, and memories can be made for years to come.
This project was intentional growth, community involvement, a shared commitment to make a better place to live, work, and to raise a family.
Early isn't just a place on the map. It's a community that genuinely supports growth, connection, and opportunity. We are proud to partner with a city that shares the same values and is dedicated to making Early a great place to live, work, and visit.
Again, I want to personally say, and on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Early, personally want to thank MC Bank and Hendrick for sponsoring the playground equipment. As I said in the video, it's not just for children and not just for those that are able-bodied. It's going to be designed where it's for handicap as well. So it's going to be all types of playground equipment for everybody possible. Okay, well, Heartland Mall is getting ready to be transformed into something else. New facade, new signage, parking lot, and that's all I can tell you today. We were hoping to have an announcement, but you know, lawyers. And so probably next week about this time we'll have an announcement about something going on at Heartland Mall. We're working on it. We've been working on a lot of things. As you can tell over the years, we have really put a lot of effort into making life quality an important part of the city of Early. We didn't time this, so I didn't know how. We probably could have started later, or we could, as my classes would say, oh good, we can get that out already. Are there any questions before we dismiss? Or at least I turn it back over to the chamber. Okay. All right. I do like the statement that the thing it says, it's more than a dream, it's a reality.